Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Conversations with Yoders Farm. Eldon and Lowell are
the
here
radio
with me
show
today.
where you learn about farming and all things Yoders.
I don't know if you learned anything or not, but here we are. Here you are.
The radio show where you don't learn much, but you...
I don't know. It's August the 25th. It's been a little while since we've done an episode.
It's hot.
It's hot and getting hotter by the minute.
Because you've cut the AC. You've cut off 2 window units in your spacious office suite.
It gets pretty hot up here if these are off. So anyhow, we should probably hurry along so that we don't waste our
precious airtime. And work
so I
up
guess
the sweat.
We'll just talk a little bit about what we've been up to the last month or so and what we're headed into going into September. So
if only we knew.
Yeah.
What we were headed into.
Yeah. What's been on the agenda here in August?
We have been the greenhouse or the little farm store officially shut down the last part of July. So then we were done with tomatoes, so we began greenhouse clean out. That's been one of the jobs over the last few weeks. Not a very pleasant job.
Especially when it's hot.
Because usually the greenhouses are even hotter.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, just you got to cut the vines down, and they're pretty long because they continuously grow. So we're taking them out and in bundles and disposing of them. So we've gotten 2 done, and then we're finishing up our 3rd one. Worked on that a while today, and hopefully another day or 2 we'll get that. Then we'll have to go back through and do like a final clean out, kind of you want to go into a growing season with them, really clean. If you have other vegetation or pieces from your other crop in there, you can pass on diseases and bugs and general things that you don't want to do. So.
Yep.
That's one thing we've been up to. We
At some point,
a load of new grow bags coming in
from what I was going to talk about.
Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And that will go in one greenhouse where our grow bags, usually we can get several seasons out of our bags. And this one, it's time has come to replace them. The
grow bags are just kind of a little...
It's a growing medium. It's coconut fiber, coir it's called.
It's what the roots get grown into.
Yeah, the tomato roots. The little stake goes on the top where they get watered, and then the tomato roots grow down into that.
It's like maybe a foot by foot kind of size.
Yeah, usually they're.
Like
I think these are sold as 5-gallon bag sizes, but they would generally be smaller than a 5-gallon bucket. So I'm not sure how that all works, but anyway.
Sounds like a marketing tactic.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
So greenhouses, that's the stage they're in. Hopefully we have some baby plants, tomato plants ordered for our fall house, and they should hopefully arrive end of this week, probably next week, something like that. So we'll get them in and get them started growing. Hopefully be picking tomatoes late October. I forgot to do the math. I'm not sure. Something like that.
6-8 weeks after.
Maybe in November, something like that. So.
Isn't it 6 weeks after blooms?
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there.
Fall, your days are longer than they are in the heart of the winter.
So
it seems like it's a little easier your day length is going the wrong way in the fall.
Getting shorter.
It's getting shorter, but you still do have longer days relative to, say, January.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's easier to load up your plant with good fruit, set fruit, going into the heart of the winter. And it's kind of tough usually in those months, but then coming out of it, February, March time frame, it seems like you can load them back up again. So, I mean, maybe there are people who can do it better than we can, but that's kind of been our experience.
Yeah, sounds good.
Other than that, we've been preparing the strawberry field for strawberry beds.
Yeah.
It's time that they go in. We have some delays going on with that process that are sort of out of our control. But as soon as we get you need proper moisture to make a good strawberry bed. So we are on the dry side right now. Probably would have moisture enough to make them, but we're a little borderline. So we're kind of watching this thunderstorm over the horizon right now, which doesn't appear to be coming this way.
Yeah, I think it might slide a little bit off
to the east of us,
off the axis. Yeah,
but I would have been happy to get a half-inch of rain. That would have been helpful, and might have actually set up pretty good to make beds in several days. But anyway,
we shall see.
Work with what we got.
You were sticking some strawberry tips the other day.
Yeah, we started a portion of our strawberry plants. This year we're going to start maybe a third. No, 3.5 times. Whatever. But then they ended up getting shipped to another location where the rest of ours are growing, and so we just ask the gentleman over there if he could just grow them for us. Yeah. So we only did a few thousand. We did 7,000 yesterday.
Okay.
And looking happy so far. Basically, the process is it's a 50-cell tray, and you fill it with potting soil. Poke your little strawberry tip, which is the end of a strawberry runner, just clipped off in Canada.
Somewhere.
These came out of Canada, Prince Edward Island. Some of them come out of Nova Scotia. Anyway, so we and then it's clipped with a little bit of a hook.
Has a little J kind of,
and that's basically just a holder, and you slide that down into your potting soil till the tip part makes contact with the soil. Fill up your whole tray that way. Carefully transport it out under a mist system, and that on a propagating bed, I guess you would say, and that's where they're at right now. They're getting about 30 to 40 seconds of water every 3 minutes. So you need that.
That's a lot of water.
These are like micro sprinkler type things. Yeah, so it's not so much mist volume, but it's they just need that intense mist cycle to grow roots. And here in a couple of days I'll check them, and hopefully they'll have some new white roots sticking out. It's pretty amazing how fast they grow, and they want to grow. So 4 or 5 weeks they will be ready for transplant. So
hopefully we'll have beds to put them in by then.
We need beds here pretty soon to have strawberries. We have strawberries for the beds.
Very good.
Pumpkins are looking good. We have a few of them starting to turn orange already, so that's fairly typical. We actually plant fairly late here because we're not wholesaling pumpkins. Our pumpkin sales don't start till the very end of September, so I would rather have fresher pumpkins. Last couple of weekends of September is when we open at the corn maze,
Yeah. It's
You're
just
doubting me there.
Not the end of September, but it's fine.
Well, it's the latter part of September. But pumpkin sales for us actually increase on into October, really the month of October is when we sell the bulk of our
We kind of harvest throughout the season. So
if you're a wholesale operation, you'd need to be thinking about starting to move them in September. But so they're looking pretty fair, and we usually don't get going on. Well, we'll start harvesting some white ones here maybe in 2 weeks or so. White ones can the heat and the stress of the plant can actually cause them to sunlight can cause them to
Discolor,
turn a little
kinda.
yellow,
Yeah.
get a yellowish tint to the white. So they look better if you harvest them when they're white.
Yeah.
Put them in a dry, shady place.
Fair enough.
So we usually start doing that, do it along as we have time and so forth. So that's the pumpkin scoop. Corn maze, I'll let you talk a little bit about that.
It's not a lot to talk about. We cut it right at the end of July there. Let's see. Yeah, we had some issues with the mower, but that doesn't really affect the podcast here. But yeah, we got that all cut. It's pretty
Well, it
much
just illustrates the general struggle of the farm. And,
yeah.
Things don't always go as you have planned.
Yeah, we were about, 90% done, and then something pretty major broke, and anyhow, it all worked out. A couple days later, we got it finished. But
Have you actually droned it yet?
no, I'm still waiting for y'all to move all that junk up here so that I don't have to
equipment that we
take
parked
pictures
where you didn't want us
of
to
the
park
junk.
it.
Yeah,
It's not junk. It's just
it's not
equipment.
junk. It's just parked somewhere it doesn't belong. Although you could argue that, I guess. Anyhow, probably
Actually,
mow
we
the
moved
maze.
some of that today, so
Okay.
we should try to get a drone shot
Yeah,
here soon.
yeah.
What if something
Well-
is totally off?
Well, it can't be. I follow the GPS.
You have such faith.
Well, it's worked since 2013, so probably.
No,
won't.
but there's always this one year.
Yeah.
There'll be no exit. No, you came out the other side, so there's got to be an
Yeah.
exit.
Yeah, I think we'll cut it one more time just to clean up any stalks that started to stand back up if there was a few of those. But mostly it seemed like it was a pretty clean cut this year, cleaner than some years.
Because it was a little shorter when you mowed?
I think it was a little taller, actually.
Oh, taller.
Yeah, last year it started to come back up out of the corn.
So the
Root,
corn,
whatever.
if it's tall,
It was like
and
the heart
mow it off.
didn't
Yeah.
killed or something.
Huh. I thought maybe the taller things would flex down more, or bend down.
Yeah,
and
I
not
mean
be
there was
cut.
probably some more of
cleanly.
that, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a
It's looking
catch-22.
it's looking okay, but it's not going to be one of our taller mazes.
It's what, probably 6.5
yeah,
feet?
it's well over head high.
Yeah.
I think a good average, like on out in, and some of the
Might be a
field
little
is a
taller.
little lower, and it's always going to be taller down
Yeah.
there. But a good rain actually would help. It would really stretch some still. It's still got some
Yep.
growing left to do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at some point in the next couple of weeks we need to get the waypoints out there, get the app set up for the leaderboard stuff. But other than that, it should be pretty much ready to go.
Ready to lose a few people.
Yeah, hopefully not too many, but, a couple.
I actually think if it's not quite as tall as it is last year, it might not be quite as much of an issue. Last year, it was so tall that you could kind of get...
Yeah,
couldn't
I got
see out
turned around
any.
there usually.
Huh?
I got turned around there a couple of times.
Yeah. But part of that, like if you can't see any of the
Yeah.
The trees on the edge of the field or
You
whatever,
can't keep your-
totally lose your bearings.
Your
and-
north-south bearing kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. Anything else? We decided not to do field trips again this fall.
Yeah, due
just-
to various factors.
Yeah.
It's just hard. Small family farm, labor is always a thing, and it's hard to prioritize pumpkin harvest and do field trips at the same time. We enjoyed doing field trips for the most part.
There's enough-
sometimes it's a little challenging, but it's always it's just fun to get a group of kids and they're
Yeah,
excited to be out on the farm. It's something they don't. A lot of them anyway don't see every day.
Yeah.
Animals and
Yeah.
things that we do out here, and it's things that we kind of take for granted. And that enthusiasm just rubs off on me.
Uh-huh. Yeah. No,
Of course,
there's
I'm a very enthusiastic person anyway. So.
there's enough let's see, how do you say it politically properly? There's enough possibilities for unknowns around COVID.
Come on, just say it.
Yeah, well,
restrictions, schools.
There's enough unknown about that.
And school systems have certain regulations, and we didn't know how we were going to fit into all of them, and staff, and it's just a whole nother wrinkle that, many other businesses are dealing with and have been having to deal with.
Ended up just being something that we decided not to do this year. We might be able to do it next year, but
we might not. It all depends.
Yep, we won't make any promises.
Staff. We're still a little unsure about the hayride, which is something we did not do last year.
Yeah.
Might do it. Probably. I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. Well,
that one's probably actually a little bit more of a staff issue than. But you never know. You start worrying a little bit. You see hot spots and numbers spiking, and I think we're beyond the stage of shutdowns, hopefully. But you always wonder a little bit how they might affect a farm and agritourism specifically. So anyway, something that's on our minds. But
yeah, for sure. And I'm pretty sure it's on the minds of a lot of local businesses around the country. So
that's true.
And let's see, anything else we need to talk about? Fall related? Anything else related?
No, we've kind of shifted into, like, it's not fall, but we're getting there. So
it's too
we're
hot
definitely
to be fall.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to some actual classic fall weather, aren't we? But we're definitely kind of focusing our attention on that, and so the day-to-day stuff is kind of starting to be geared more towards that, and when we open, which is less than a month away.
2.5 weeks, I think.
2.5
3.5 weeks. 3 and 2 days.
Probably 3.5 weeks.
I think it's 3 weeks from Saturday.
That seems entirely too soon. Goodness gracious.
Yep. Well, that's just how calendars work, unfortunately.
They keep moving forward. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We put a new addition on our store, whether anyone cares about that or not. It's not huge, but it does increase the size of our little farm store here significantly, plus allows for some kind of an unpacking part of it on the backside that will be
very useful.
A nice addition. Yeah. Where we had our store, it doesn't really allow for huge expansion anyway, but anyway, it'll be a nice upgrade for us, I trust. And hopefully it's ready for. We don't open the farm store during the fall season. We have our products down at the tent under the corn maze tent there area.
Yeah.
But when we move back up the hill in November, then we should hopefully be ready to go in there.
Yeah. Very good. Well, that is the news from Yoders Farm, where all the farmers are strong
and good looking.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll talk to you again in another episode at some point.
Hopefully it rains between now and then.
Yeah. See ya.